Welcome to our channel. Today, we're embarking on a journey to explore one of the most pressing environmental issues of our time, the impact of melting glaciers on our planet. Join us as we dive into the science behind glacier melt, its effects on sea level rise, climate patterns, biodiversity, and what we can do to mitigate these effects. Glaciers, massive rivers of ice, play a crucial role in Earth's climate system. They store about 69% of the world's freshwater and are sensitive indicators of climate change. Glaciers form over thousands of years as layers of snow accumulate and compress into ice. However, due to global warming and human activities, these ancient ice sheets are melting at an alarming rate. The primary driver of glacier melt is global warming. As temperatures rise, glaciers around the world are losing ice at an accelerating pace. This meltwater flows into rivers and eventually the oceans, contributing to rising sea levels. The melting of glaciers contributes significantly to sea level rise. As glaciers retreat and melt, they add water to the oceans, causing coastal areas to flood and erode. This poses a serious threat to millions of people living in low-lying coastal regions, as well as to biodiversity in these areas. The impact of melting glaciers extends beyond sea level rise. It also affects global climate patterns. Glaciers help regulate regional weather patterns by influencing temperature, precipitation, and wind patterns. Their loss can disrupt these patterns, leading to more extreme weather events such as heat waves, storms, and floods. In polar regions, such as the Arctic and Antarctica, melting glaciers have profound effects on biodiversity and habitats. Polar ecosystems are home to iconic species like polar bears, penguins, and seals, which rely on sea ice and cold temperatures for their survival. As glaciers and sea ice melt, these species face habitat loss, reduced food availability, and increased competition for resources. Human activities, including the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation, are the main contributors to global warming and glacier melt. These activities release greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane into the atmosphere, trapping heat and warming the planet. Efforts to mitigate the impacts of melting glaciers and climate change are underway globally. Governments, organizations, and local communities are working together to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, protect vulnerable habitats, and adapt to the changes already underway. One of the most effective strategies to mitigate climate change is to transition to renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydroelectric power. These sources generate electricity without emitting greenhouse gases and can help reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. In addition to reducing greenhouse gas emissions, we can also support local adaptation strategies for communities at risk from glacier melt and sea level rise. This includes improving infrastructure, implementing early warning systems, and developing sustainable land use practices. In conclusion, the impact of melting glaciers on our planet is profound and far-reaching. From rising sea levels and disrupted climate patterns to threats to biodiversity and human communities, the consequences are significant. However, by taking action now to reduce our carbon footprint, support climate action initiatives, and protect vulnerable habitats, we can mitigate these effects and build a more sustainable future. Thank you for joining us on this journey to explore the impact of melting glaciers. If you found this video informative, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content on environmental issues and sustainability. Together, we can make a difference in protecting our planet for future generations. See you next time on AI Works.